everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's the end of the month and you know what that means. It means it's May favourites time. If you haven't seen a favourites video before, it's just a video where I like to talk about the products that I've been really loving this month. They're not necessarily products that I've bought this month, but just things that I've been really reaching for this month. So the first thing I'd like to start off with is actually a makeup brush. It's a foundation brush. It's called the Expert Face Brush and it just looks like this. It's by Real Techniques. It's just a really good foundation brush that I've been really reaching for this month. I actually use it for liquid foundation, although I do believe that you could probably use it for a powder as well. The bristles are just so soft and it just applies my foundation so well. I probably bought this about 2-3 months ago, but I've just been really using it a lot this month. I will just put my foundation on with my fingers and then I'll just buff this into my skin, just working around those areas. And it's also really good for getting around the nose and around the chin, and any excess foundation that I've got on my hand I can just go like that and just put it on, and just sort of like place it on the skin as opposed to buffing it in. But I've just really been loving using this, and coupled with the Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge, I've been really loving this again this month. I only bought it probably at the start of the month, so I've not had a chance to feature it in any blog posts or anything like that. But it's just a little makeup sponge. I guess you could use it for applying. I must admit I don't use it to apply my foundation. I will apply my foundation with a brush, but I'll just go over this, just sort of like trying to blend out any like little lumps and bumps. This is just really great for giving a flawless finish, and it's angled so that you can do contouring on your nose and you can just get in around any little sort of bits and pieces. I like to use this end for doing under my eyes with my concealer and just going along like that. So I've just been really loving these two as a little duo this month. On the same lines as makeup tools, I have a couple of months ago again I purchased the EcoTools eyeshadow brushes, and as you can see they're two brushes but with double ends, and they're just used to, this one's used to define, this one's used to shade, so it's used for putting on, like applying your product. Then we've got the blending brush which just looks like that, and that's just good for blending around your crease or blending in any kind of if you've got two products on, and the smudging brush which I've been really loving for using underneath my waterline, and just for creating a smoky eye or just putting a little bit of extra product down there. So I've been really loving those as a little duo this month. They were really cheap. I can't remember how much they were, but they were probably about under £10, definitely under £10, and they were just from Boots. I don't know if their Boots make EcoTools or whether they're a general make, but they're just really good, and I actually quite like the packaging of these. They're sort of like a bamboo type wood, and they look, I think they actually look quite nice. I like the little purple bits on there, so I've been really loving those. Along the same lines on the eyes, I have been loving this month the L'Oreal Volume Million Lashes Noir Excess Mascara. I've been a fan of this mascara from day one. I remember picking it up when it was a brand new product. This is the first time I've tried the Noir Excess. It comes in a red case as opposed to just a standard gold case. But I picked this up and this has been my favourite mascara for this month. It's just a really great product. I really like the wand. The wand's plastic and the bristles are really great. The formula is really nice. It always gives me lovely long curly lashes, and the Noir Excess makes it really thick and black. They're just, my lashes look so lovely and fluttery. They're almost like false lash effect. This is a really great mascara, and I'm nearly running out of it, so I'll have to go and pick up another one soon. I have also been loving a little Complexion blush. This is in the shade number 2 Bashful, and it just looks like that. I've really loved this. I picked this up back at Christmas because I was going to my work party and I'd forgotten to bring a blush, and this was just sort of like, I just really like the colour, and on a whim I just picked it up. I haven't really picked it up since, but since the sun's been out a little bit more, I do like a little flush of colour, and this is just a really nice pink shade. It's really highly pigmented. The first time I put it on I made a slight error in that I swirled it around and it was just far too much. You literally just need the tiniest bit of this, just a little bit on your brush, and it just works wonders, and it also lasts really well. So I've been really loving that lip collection blush. I've got one more makeup product to talk to you about. Well, actually it's technically two. It's the Bourjois Rouge Edition Velvet lipsticks, and I'm sure you've seen a lot of them. They've been featured in a lot of April favourites. Perhaps I was just slightly late joining the hype, but I picked this up in number 4 Peach Club, which just looks like that, and number 2 Frambourjois. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, but it just looks like that. This is more of a like a corally colour, and this is quite a nice pinky red colour. These were in the Everyday Nudes section. The other colours I saw there were just too bright. I'm not really a massive fan of like really bright pink lips, and I love reds, but they were just, I just thought they were a little bit too red for me, and I probably own enough reds as it is. So I picked these two up because they were just colours that I wouldn't normally wear, but I really like them. I really like this pinky colour the most. I was wearing a nail varnish, I think at the time, similar to this colour, so it might have influenced my choice slightly. I've just been really loving these. Like they say, they're sort of like a Rouge Edition Velvet. They go on like a really velvety finish, but they end up drying matte. But they just feel so lovely and moisturising on the lips, and I'm not sure if I love matte finishes or not. I like them when they first go on, and when they're applied right they do look really nice, but then they do sort of dry out your lips slightly. These are moisturising. I don't feel like I've got dry lips after them, but they can look quite dry after a couple of hours, and these last so well. They last me like 12 hours. I can put them on after I've had breakfast. I can eat lunch and dinner and there'll still be remnants of it on my lips. What I do find is that I really like to apply it after I've applied it, and I feel like it's gone a little bit dry looking. They look really lovely with a bit of Vaseline over the top, or just perhaps just like a really clear lip gloss, just to bring them back to life, because when I find I put Vaseline over the top, they just like, it just brings out the colour again, and they just look really fresh and really nice. So I've been really loving these two as sort of like a nice little going out, or I would say day. I've worn these out during the day just with sort of fairly plain outfits, but just to bring a little pop of colour to my face. So they're really nice. I like them a lot. The next few things I've got to talk to you about, I've got some skincare products, and I've also got some sort of bathroom products and things like that. The first thing that I've been really liking this month is the Body Shop Camomile waterproof eye and lip makeup remover. This is for all skin types, and I don't know if you can quite see that, but it's like you can sort of see, I think you can sort of see, it's 2 products, and it's got like an oil in it, so you have to shake it up to get the 2 products together, and then it's just a really nice makeup remover. All I have to do is literally sweep it over my eye, and my eyeshadow is or my, you know, my whatever I'm wearing, mascara, eyeshadow. I haven't tried it with waterproof mascara yet, but I'm sure it would come off. It's just really gentle, and it smells quite nice. It's just a really great product for just taking off your eye makeup. I don't tend to do that a lot. I tend to rely on my cleanser to do it, but I have noticed that I'm getting quite dry under the eyes, so I've been trying to use this because it's quite oil based, just to help give my eyes a little bit of recovery, because sometimes if you're using a cleanser, and 9 times out of 10 they do take off your eye makeup, if it's not a creamy based and it's like a foaming cleanser, they can be quite drying, because I like to use a lot of cleansers that are good for excuse me, for oily skin, so they tend to be quite drying on the skin because they're trying to reduce all the oils. So around the eyes it's probably not that good to use them, but I'm quite lazy, so I like to just do it all in one, but I'm trying to use that at the moment, and I've just been finding that really good. The second skincare product I want to talk to you about is the Effaclar Purifying Foaming Gel for oily and sensitive skin. It just looks like that, and it is just, I talked about Effaclar I think in my last video, I believe, or my last April favourites, and I did say I'd do sort of like a a full video on these things because I've just found my skin has just been so bad recently. I picked up the Effaclar AI and then I ended up picking up the Effaclar Duo Plus, and just to complete the set I thought I'd buy the foaming cleanser, and I've been really loving that. It just works all together, it just all works very well. I don't have that many breakouts, probably not as much as what I would have done without using these. It just smells exactly the same as the other products. They're just quite, I found it a really strange scent to begin with, like it's like flowery almost, but they're really good, and it's soap free, so it's good for your skin. It doesn't feel massively dry after I use it, but I do tend to go in with the Effaclar Duo over it. So I've been really loving that. It's just a foaming cleanser. You just foam it up in your hands and just apply it on, and then I've just been using a muslin cloth to just buff it off with. Next thing I want to talk to you guys about is actually a hair treatment. It's the Hair Expertise Argan Oil Hair Treatment with Vitamin E, and I have just been loving this month. This is probably the favourite thing that I've been using. The box just looks like this, in case you were wondering, you wanted to pick it up. I picked this up in Boots. It was about £15 I think, but I got it for about 10 because I think it had quite a bit of money off. But it's really good. This month I've been really struggling with dry, horrible, coarse ends. They've just been really bad. I had to have my hair dyed twice in 1 week because the first time it went slightly wrong. So I've just found that my hair has just been extra dry, and I've never ever suffered with dry hair before, but I thought I'd pick this up. I was slightly dubious because I don't really like oil treatments. Sometimes they can leave your hair quite just greasy and lank, but this is just so lightweight, so super nice. It doesn't leave my hair feeling like heavy or lank or anything like that. I barely notice it's in there. It's really great. You just wash your hair, towel dry it, just run this through the ends, and it's just a really great product. It just puts moisture back in just as soon as you use it. It's really nice, and I've only been using it probably every other wash or maybe even once a week, and I've been using it for about 5 to 6 weeks, and you might be able to see there hardly any of it's gone. This is going to last me a long time, I can tell. I could probably use this every wash. I'd say it's that lightweight. It's a really great product, and I'm so happy I picked it up because it was a little bit of a whim there. The next thing I've been really loving, probably a bit of a strange one, but it's the Radox Coconut Kiss Shower Cream. This is just a really gorgeous smell. If you like coconuts, then you're going to like this. And it just stays on the skin lovely, and it's just really nice and creamy and nourishing. I've just been really loving that. The last thing I want to talk to you about is actually a book that I've been reading this month. I picked it up at the beginning of the month, but I only just started reading it sort of last week. It's called Before We Met, and it's by Lucy Whitehouse, and it says on the front, the most dangerous lies are the ones closest to home. As you can see from the front, it's actually a Richard and Judy summer book club recommendation, and I do like to pick up their books. Obviously I've read the back, but a lot of the books that I've picked up from them I've always enjoyed. This is very similar to the Gone Girl book, which I really enjoyed, but I absolutely hated the ending of, and this is very similar to that. I really enjoyed reading this, but unfortunately I found the ending slightly predictable and pretty boring. So it was a good book, it held my attention, and it was a page turner, but unfortunately the ending just didn't do it for me. I'll read the back out to you because I don't really want to give it away too much. It says, it's a whirlwind romance, a perfect marriage. Hannah Riley has seized her chance at happiness until the day her husband doesn't come home. Can you ever really know what happened before you met? Basically Hannah has been married for about a year, and one day her husband doesn't come home from New York where he has a business, and when he doesn't come home she starts getting suspicious. He loses his phone and she starts looking into more and more things, and it just digs up a past that he didn't tell her about, basically. So that was a really good book. That's a book I enjoyed the most for quite a long time. I've been really terrible with books. I don't know why, but nothing's holding my attention at the moment, and that was a really good book, so I thought I'd give you a little recommendation in the form of that. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, I hope you've enjoyed my May favourites, and I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.